we also work very hard to promote a biblical worldview. So why is that important to you as a leader?
That is important to me because, first of all, I believe that a biblical worldview is truth. Secondly, a lot of people, I don't want to get into too long an explanation, but a lot of people think that Christians are Christians because of the fact that they're emotionally driven, they're unthinking, they're not terribly discerning or educated. Um, they probably some people type us as simple bumpkins, whatever. And yet it's just the opposite, really, that's true. Christianity is a religion that requires reasoning, it requires rationality, it requires thinking, it requires understanding, it requires an understanding of history, it requires an understanding of facts, and it requires an understanding of philosophy, all these kinds of things. And yeah, there is an emotional component to all of us because God made us that way. But that emotional component can be used in good ways or in bad ways. So if it's used to enhance these things, that's great. But so much of what we see today in the non-Christian community is people being emotionally driven, and our default setting, our sin nature, I mentioned that before, but our sin nature, when we just kind of let ourselves go emotionally, it tends toward that sin nature. Um, so a lot of these people get out there and they start behaving emotionally driven, um, because they haven't got a Christian worldview and they haven't learned how to reason, how to think, how to gain understanding. And you see them shutting down free speech, for example. You see in certain environments, opposing points of view are not tolerated anymore. And this is exactly antithetical to what Christianity is all about. We're in search of the truth. And we do it in speech and debate by setting one person up against another person of a countering point of view, and they argue it out, antithetical reasoning. And hopefully the judge at the end of the arguments can say, oh, this is where truth lies. And he awards a winner. We are, as in Proverbs, it says, the fear of the Lord is the beginning of understanding. And then it goes on, it talks about be discerning, search for truth, gain knowledge, gain wisdom, gain understanding. That's what Christianity is all about. That was its gift to Western civilization. That was Western civilization's gift to the world. And that's what we're after. So Christianity is the root of this whole thing. Without it, you've got nothing.